Hello, Flosstube. Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches. I don't have my glasses on. That's what looks so weird to me. I hope the glare is not too bad for you. I'm at my sister's house, obviously, and so I'm filming in her dining room, and the glare from the sun is hard for me. I don't know if it comes across on the screen or not, but anyway, I'm house sitting for her. They're out of town, and so I'm watching the cats and in the house and everything. So I'm doing my update here, and also because our house is, as I mentioned before last week, is in a little bit of an uproar. As a matter of fact, the chair that I was sitting in last week is in storage now. So I don't even know if I could have filmed it in my room or not. And our dining room where I usually film is still, like I said, in an uproar. So anyway, so here I am filming at my sister's house. It's a little late in the day. I don't know. Yeah, it's in the afternoon. For those of you who watch the Three Sisters Creative videos on Sundays, we didn't do one this weekend because my sister went out of town, and we just our schedules were such that we couldn't do a video. My sister Eve may or may not do a blurb about it, but that basically we're not doing a video this week. Naomi's been a little under the weather before, in the days leading up to this, and then they, like I said, they were out of town. They're out of town for the weekend. So anyway, so it just didn't happen this week. But that's okay, because Eve and I are both talking about how we don't really have anything to show, very little to show, because we've been, trying to work around the house and a little too tired to stitch and so I've done a little bit more because I've been lazy about packing. I did a little more the last few days, but yeah, I still have a lot to do. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to talk a little bit about cross stitch. I had mentioned before, I don't think I mentioned it last week, but the week before, I mentioned the Lindy Stitch's Midsummer Stitch. It's a virtual stitching get-together, it only costs $8, and you do it, it's all on like a Zoom kind of platform, it's all virtual. And so it's really easy, though. There's no hotel rooms and no, anything like that. There's some classes. I think there's a freebie chart that is available for those who want to, I don't know if it's a finishing class. I haven't kept up with it because I'm not sure if I'm going to go. I highly recommend it for those who have either never been to a retreat or can't do much in the way of travel and all that for a retreat. Like for me, I've been to one stitching retreat when we did the first time we did Stitch Shenanigans, which was in 2019 before the pandemic, because actually we were going to do it again in 2020, and then the pandemic hit, and so but then they did another Stitch Shenanigans. I don't know if it was last year before, but it was in Las Vegas. And, I really can't afford to travel or have the physical wherewithal to travel like that. So, so with it not being here in Phoenix, I wasn't able to go. Anyway, but I've done the Jingle Ball, I guess twice now. And it's really nice because you can do it from the comfort of your own home, and you can, come and go as you can or whatever. stitching in your comfy chair or whatever, wherever you are. And that's how Midsummer Stitch is also. It's coming up, I want to say next weekend. I don't have the dates right here in front of me. I'll try to put information about it in the links below, so that those of you who are interested in it can participate. I may participate. Like I said, the tickets are only $8, and tickets for participation are available really up until because there's no waiting list, there's no anything like that. So if you decide at the last minute to go ahead and that you want to participate, you can feel free. And that's kind of how I am, because I won't know until probably the day of whether or not I'll be able to do anything, to have the time or whatever to participate. But anyway, like I said, I highly recommend it. And there's going to be I think there are going to be some classes. I'm not sure, because like I said, I haven't exactly been real particular about following it, just because I've been kind of on the fence about whether or not I'm going to be able to participate or not. But anyway, I highly recommend it. It's being hosted by Lindy Stitches. Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches is putting it together, and there are going to be some guest designers there and all kinds of fun stuff. So there is a website, so you can go and check out information about it. And like I said, I'll try to put that information in the description box. So anyway, it is the middle of July. Today is the 13th. My little sister's birthday is in a couple of days. But like I said, they're out of town. So I have a little bit of what I've been working on for cross stitch camp, and one of the pieces on my WIPGO board that I've been working on, and then a little bit of haul. So I'm going to go ahead and start right away with my cross stitch camp piece. I did a piece last month for June, and it was to add a pop of color to a monochromatic design, and I did that with the antique cats and crowns. I did it in black, in coal, I think was the color that I used. Instead of it was charted in like a brown silk, jacaranda silk, which was I think a Gloriana silk. I'm not sure, but anyway, so I did it in black. But the pop of color that I used was I used a gold etoile for the crowns. So I showed that last month when I did it. And for this month, the challenge is to take a regular multicolored chart, and change at least 2 colors to either suit your decor or your preference or whatever. And so I chose to do Carrots Away, pardon the crinkly pattern. This is a copy out of the magazine, out of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. So I was like, what is that line? It's a shadow. So this is a copy of the. Excuse me. Hold on one second. Okay. Like I said, this is from the spring 2024 issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, and I just copied the magazine page so I could not have the magazine in front of me. Carrots Away by Whitley Quimby of Sugar Maple Designs. And so there's this little bunny in a carrot airplane dropping carrots. And there's some clouds and stuff. And like I said, it has I didn't realize when I chose it, it has a little border around it. But anyway, so I'll put this behind it. I'm almost done with it. So there's the carrot clean and the carrots. One of the clouds. There's a little fuzz on my. And last night I did this bunny and his the pink I used for the inside of his ears and his nose and stuff. It doesn't show up very well. I should have used a brighter pink, I think. Or something. When I was stitching it last night, the pink, I was like, I can't really see that. And I was hoping that maybe with better light, you'd be able to see it, but it really you can't. It looks almost the same color. And I could take it out and just pick a different color. I don't know if I want to do that. But then, so all that's left now is the blue of his scarf. Part of it is this dark blue color, and part of it is a lighter blue color. And then there's a couple of clouds down here, and the rest of the border. This is the corner of the border, so it'll come down here and connect here. And then there's some a grayish color that goes in these little empty spots of the cloud, and there's another. There's some more down here, and then this one is just white. So this was charted in, for the most part, it's Southern Fried Floss colors, and then it has the DMC equivalents listed in the flosses for that. On the chart, but of course I don't have Southern Fried Floss. It's a special, the certain manufacturer, I guess. But so there's a couple of Week Starworks colors that were charted and a couple of DMC colors. So I did everything in either Week Starworks, Gentle Arts, or Classic Colors. So the Classic Colorworks colors this is Sticks and Twigs, and I can't remember what the other color was. But I did it all in, this one is a Gentle Arts Black Raspberry Jam, is this darker blue color. And this is, I want to say, chalk. And so anyway, it's all a whole bunch of different colors, but yeah. So that's what I did. And I changed basically almost every color except the Sticks and Twigs, and I think maybe one other color that I used was charted. I made the bunny a little bit darker, and like I said, I should have used a little bit pinkier pink for his ear, and you could almost see it right there. There's a little bit, you can kind of see the pink there. And there's just a couple of squares here and there, like his nose, and one little square for his, I guess it's his cheek. But yeah, so it's, it doesn't show up very well, but it's there. So all that's left, like I said, all that's left is his scarf and those two clouds down here, and then to finish the border, and it'll be done. So I'm hoping it'll be done soon. I may be able to finish it this weekend. And then this, and this is, I was like, what is this needle from? It came off of this needle minder here. So that's Carrots Away, and that's my cross-stitch camp piece. And then the other thing I've done is my first, one of my WIPGO calls. And this is, I think, number 6. I want to say it's 6 of 23. Hold on one second. I have my thing right here. Yeah, number 6, and yeah. So 6, oopsie, is this one. Aprile Dolce Dormir by Madame Chantilly. The chart also has this little, like a detail from it. of the baby bunny sleeping on the carrot that's in this bigger chart. But I'm doing the big chart. And I've got it pretty well far along. I'm going to put something behind it. Just the sun is shining right through it. But anyway, well, you can still, can't. But anyway, so I've done all of the, basically the vine, if you will. And then all of the leaves, hello, from about here on up, the upper leaves, the green of the leaves. There's white flowers basically all along here. Yeah, there's white in here, but anyway, so I've got all of the, I don't know if it's a trunk or whatever you're going to call it, branches or whatever here, and then I still have to do, like, I have all the greenery from here on up, but not this bottom stuff. So there's greenery that is down here and along the bottom, and then there's like grass along the bottom here. So I've only done 3 days on this chart, so I have a total of 7 to do. So 4 more days of that one. And then my other WIPGO pieces. One of them is Rabbit, which I would have done at the beginning of the month, but I was trying to get a good start on my cross stitch camp piece. So I'm hoping I have 2.5 weeks basically of July left. So my other WIPGO piece is Little Brown Bat from the Year in the Woods series that from Cottage Garden Samplings. So I haven't done any of that yet, but I'm hoping that I'll get some good time in, because like I said, that gives me it's a total of 7 days, and 3 more days on the Aprile Dolce Dormir, and then the other 2 pieces are the Rabbit and what's the 4th one? Let me see. Oh, Seven Pines. Seven Pines, that's going to be a new start, and that's going to be fun. I don't know that I've picked fabric for that yet, but it's a small piece, so maybe I can finish that. We'll see. Anyway, that's my plans for the rest of July, excuse me. And then I do have a little bit of haul. I had, back in the spring sometime, I guess I had done, I had mentioned on a previous video that I was doing a few states from the Statehood Splendor series. I'm not doing all of them. I'm just doing the states that I had lived in at some point. So I bought the New Mexico and Arizona states, and I had ordered the Arkansas chart, and I do have a puzzle about whether or not I bought or ordered the Indiana chart. Now that I look at it, and I look at the floss pack, the floss called for. I think I may have already bought it. I don't know, because since we're doing all this moving, I packed up all my cross-stitch stuff. So all the, new charts that I had purchased that I hadn't started yet, or these statehood things, and I may or may not have bought the Indiana chart. I haven't gone back and looked at all my old videos to see whether or not I bought this one. But if I did, it'll be a giveaway. So I wanted the New Mexico chart, which is where I grew up, and the Arizona chart, which is where I live now. And then the Arkansas chart Arkansas is where I lived for 25 years when I was in the symphony there. And then Indiana is where I went to school. So I was there for 2 years. So those 4 states are states I lived in. So like I said, I don't know if I already bought the Indiana chart. It may be that I bought the Indiana chart at the time that I ordered the Arkansas chart. But I bought this yesterday because we went by the attic, my sister and I, because the Arkansas chart came in. So the Arkansas chart, I know I had not purchased before because of all the different colors in it. It calls for a couple of DMC colors, then Aztec red, chili pepper is Aztec red is a Week Styleworks color. Chili pepper is Classic Colorworks or Color and Cotton, whatever, and Crystal Lake by Needleworks. And there's also a Valdani color, khaki black, that I'll probably use, some other black color. But anyway, so I know I had not bought the Arkansas chart. This was one that I had ordered. But I don't know. I thought that the one I was waiting on was the Indiana chart, but it wasn't on my little order card thing, and so that, yeah, there was a little bit of a mix-up, but they actually happened to have it in stock. But now that I think about it, like I said, because it only calls for one color of thread, and that is Casa Colorworks Apple Fritter. And when I read that, I thought, you know what, I might have this already. But like I said, I packed up all my cross-stitch things that I hadn't, the new charts and things I was not working on in, currently and whatever. Like I have all my WIPGO charts, both the ones that are called like this month, and all the others that have yet to be called for WIPGO for the remaining of the things that are left on my chart, because like I said, we're in this process of moving, and we're still at a very preliminary stage of that. So I don't know how long we'll be, how long it'll take to sell the house or whatever. And so I wanted to keep my current things with me in a way that I can access them and have the house still be showable, if you will. And but I wanted to have all the WIPGO things because who knows what'll be called and how long I'll need to be able to access it, and I don't want my other charts are all in the storage unit that we have. So anyway, I took a wild leap and got the Indiana chart anyway. So if I already bought it, it'll be a giveaway for my audience. As a matter of fact, with all of this cleaning up and everything else, like I've been purging some things, getting rid of things, either taking them to Goodwill or throwing things out or whatever. And so I had been meaning to. I had gone through some of my old charts some time ago, and had set aside a few things that I thought, I can do some giveaways, and some of them are like what I call resources, just like, I think one I have is like a whole bunch of like 42 fruits or something like that. And so they're little fruit charts that, that you could put on a small, or you could put on to decorate something, whatever. But they're not something that I'm necessarily going to use. Anyway, so I had identified a whole bunch of a handful of charts that I thought, I can get those away at some point. But I hadn't, had any current plans to do that right now, just because, like I said, my life is in an uproar. And so, but while I was, the other day, I was going through my old magazines that I have, magazines and booklets and things like that, and found some more things that I could give away. And so these are charts that are they're in magazines. So there's like some of them Cross Stitch Crazy magazine, which it's British, I believe, and so it has a bunch of, like, it'll have a theme like animals, and so there's a bunch of little simple charts, small simple charts, and so yeah, there's a few of them there, and so I went through and said, I'm probably never going to stitch any of these or whatever. So I got another stack of those. So after all of this moving stuff is over with, at some point I hope to be able to do some giveaways and stuff like that. But it'll be a while yet because, like I said, things are in an uproar. That's going to be my theme for the year. Anyway, while I was at the attic buying those other charts, I went ahead and picked up the latest Prairie Schooler, the 2024 Santa. I had seen this, I think somebody else had shown that they had purchased it or were stitching it or something. But I like he's got the little toy horse and little heart, and then a bunch of trees that are done in backstitch. So that's kind of fun. There's Noel, it says up here. Yeah, so I went ahead and got that. I don't think I've gotten them every year. I don't know. I have the one that has like it calls for like some kind of yellow kind of neon color. It has a little string of lights, and I've seen it done with multicolored lights instead of lots of different colors for the lights instead of all one color. And I think I bought the whatever neon yellow thread that's used for the lights, but I think I like that multicolored idea better. So I might go ahead and do that and just play around with choosing different colors for those lights. But I have that chart, so I have that one and I have this one, and I don't think I have bought any others besides. I have like two charts that have yet to be stitched. So, but I like those, and I think I've only done one or two, but yeah. So I just went ahead and purchased it. Anyway, so that is about all I have, and like I said, I'm here at my sister's, so I will probably be doing nothing but stitching because I don't want to be going back and forth to my house to go pack things up, whatever, but when I get back, I do have to buckle down and do stuff. So, but for now, I have a bit of a reprieve. I'm gonna be sitting around at my sister's house, stitching away. So that's all I have for this week. And like I said, I'll try to put the Midsummer Stitch information down in the description box. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out. Or, you know, Midsummer Stitch, the stitches, you know, you should be able to find that link. But like I said, I'll try to put that link down below. So that's all I have for now, and I will hopefully will be back to normal and do things, both the Three Sisters Creative update next weekend, as well as my update again next week. And my sister Eve, she has her channel Everyday Artist, and I don't know if she did an update last week or not, and I don't know if she'll do one this week because, like I said, our house is kind of topsy-turvy right now, so I don't know if she's what she's planning on doing on, because she usually does hers on Monday. So I don't know what her plans are after all for this week. But I'm trying to stick to doing stuff just because, you know, I had stuff to talk about this week. So anyway, I will see you next week, and if, like I said, if you're so inclined, I hope you're able to participate in the Midsummer Stitch virtual retreat. And I'm hoping that maybe I'll have time to do that. We'll see. Okay, so I will see you next week. And hopefully I'll have more to share. And I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.